Hello everyone, my name is Camila Madrone and my topic is Chapter 7, Continuing Professional Development, the Lifeblood of the Teaching Profession. These are the content of CPD. Number 1 is the philosophical basis of CPD. Number 2 is the historical and legal basis of continuing professional development in the Philippines. Number 3 is number of CPD units required. Number 4 is ways by which profession teachers can earn credit units. Number 5 is continuing professional development plan. Number 6 is joining professional learning community. Number 7 is learning from the CPD practices of high-performing countries. Number 8 is characteristic of effective CPD. This is Chapter 7 and continuing professional development, the lifeblood of the teaching. What is LET? LET is licensure examination for teachers. Every professional teacher is expected to continue developing after obtaining his or her professional license. LET is a test. This is the opportunity of being a professional teachers, or if you are dreaming to being a teacher, you will be take your LET or licensure examination for teachers. You need to, but if you want to be a teacher, you need to know this my report. This is about the teachers' needs. I will explain it. Continuing Professional Development or CPD. This is the Philippines Professional Standards for Teachers. The revised National Competency-Based Teacher Standards includes personal growth and professional development as the seventh domain. With the enactment of RA 10912, the CPD Law of 2016, CPD for all the professional regulated by PRC is now mandatory. Mandating CPD is the only way all professional, including teacher, are made to go through CPD. CPD for professional teachers is not an option. It is a necessity. Continuing professional development for professional teacher sharpens the professional teacher competitive edge in a highly competitive global world. So next is the philosophical basis of CPD. Growth is an evidence of life. Man and woman is an unfinished project. No person has arrived. So, the growth is an evidence of life. This implies that anything that is alive grows on. Anything that grows is alive. So a teacher who is alive grows physically, psychologically, mentally, socially, emotionally, spiritually. If he doesn't grow, it means he is no longer alive. Man and woman is an unfinished project. For a professional teacher, he or she is always in the process of becoming better and better as a person. And as a professional teacher, no person, no professional can claim he or she has already arrived at a state of perfection. Neither a perfecta nor perfecto is perfect by name is not perfect. This means that no professional has arrived at a perfect state. This implies that every professional is expected to continue developing. Next, the historical and legal basis of continuing professional development in the Philippines. Even before the enactment of this CPD Act 2016, CPD was already alluded to in the 1987 Philippine Constitution. No less than the fundamental law of the land, Section 5, Paragraph 4 states the should enhance the right of teacher to professional advancement. Next is Batas Pambansa 232, the Education Act of 1982, Chapter 3, Duties and Obligation, Section 16, states as one of teacher obligation to assume this responsibility, maintain and sustain his professional growth and advancement. So, being a teacher, so you need to maintain your obligation and responsibility to being a growth as a profession, teachers. Next, RA 9155, an act instituting a framework of governance for basic education, establishing authority and accountability, renaming the Department of Education, and for the other purposes. And next is RA 7836. The Teachers Professionalization Act also provided for mandatory continuing professional education, or CPE, now referred to as Continuing Professional Development, or CPD. Next is the Board for Professional Teachers, or BPT, also passed resolution number 435 S1772 to adopt the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers pursuant to the provision of paragraph Article 2 of RA 7836, otherwise known as the Philippines Teacher Professionalization Act of 1994. Executive Order Number 266, Institutionalization of Continuing Professional Education, or CPE, Program of the various Professional Regulatory Commission, or PRC, Professional Regulatory Board, or PRBS, under the supervision of Professional Regulation Commission, or PRC. This was signed and issued by the Office of the President Fidel B. Ramos on July 25, 1995. Next is RA 10912, Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. With the enactment of this law, CPD for all the 43 professional regulated by PRC, including the teaching professional, has become mandatory. Number of CPD units required to templates for a CPD plans. Article 3, Section 10 of the same CPD Act states, It is made a mandatory requirements in the renewal of the Professional Identification Card o PICS of all registered and licensed professional. If you are not all licensed professional teachers, you're required to complete the required units every 3 years, or as specified in the professional regulatory law, or as provided by the PRD and the Commission. Any excess creditable units earned as not carried or over the next 3 years period. How many credit units are required for the renewal of PICS? So this table are credit units required for professional teachers, number of credit units required. Period is December 2017, it has 15 credit units. January to December 2018 are 30 credit units. January 2019 onwards are 45 credit units. Ways by which professional teachers can earn credit units. Number 1 is a professional track. This includes training provided by CPD providers accredited by PRC. You can earn credit units or participant to a training approved by the CPD Council. If you are example ng professional track ay ang teacher ay pinapadala sa school upang para mag-attend ng training or seminar. Pwede din siya mag-participant pero are many ways and other for her or him. Maka-earn siya ng credit units depende sa kanyang pupuntahang training or seminar. These are a program participant. Ang kanyang credit units ay may earn is approved credit units for the program. Depende sa program kung ilang yung credit units ang kanyang ibibigay sa kanyang participant. Need niya ng supporting document ang certificate of attendance with date and number of hours. Hindi ka makakapunta ng seminar or training kung walang evidence ni papakita or documents. Next one is a resource speaker. Ang kanyang ma-earn na credit units are 3 credits per hour. Need niya pa rin ng supporting documents ay ang photo copy of certificate of appreciation with date and number of hours. Example, ang kanyang seminar is 3 hours. Pero yung isang teacher sa kanyang 3 years na pagka-teacher, minsan lang ang kanyang pag-attend ng seminar o training. Meron siya ng 9 credit units. Pero hindi siya pwedeng mag-renew ng kanyang credit unit kasi ang required ni credit units ay ang 45 credit units. Kaya ang tawag sa teacher ay stagnant. Kaya need niya magtrabaho para maka-earn siya ng credit units. Next one is academic track. This refers to the completion of master degrees, completion of candidacy to the doctorate program, completion of the doctorate program, completion of a postdoctoral diploma, and being a recipient, professional share grant and or fellowship grant. Take note, only completion of the master degrees is giving full credits units of 45. In simple term, ang academic track niya ay ang pag-eskwela. If ang teacher ay mag-eskwela ng high degree, master or doctorate, ang equivalent niya, matapos niya ang kanyang masteral, makakain siya ng full credits units, which is 45 credits units. Niya pa rin ang supporting of university certification or diploma and transcript of records. If ang teacher gusto pang mag-eskwela ng high degree, o ang doctorate. Matapos niya ang kanyang pag-eskwela, which is doctorate, makakuha siya ng full credits units, which is 45. Kailangan niya pa rin ng support ng university certification or diploma and transcript of records. Instead sa academic track, pwede siyang mag-take sa professional track, magpunta ng training or seminar. Next one is self-directed track. This includes training offered by non-accredited CPD providers. It refers to learning activities such as online training, local and international seminar, and etc. These are institution of or company-sponsored training program. Ang self-directed track ay organization. Ang kanyang organization ay ang researcher and educator. Just because part siya ng organization, that doesn't mean na naka-earn na siya ng credits units. But instead, that if ang kanilang organization, nag-conduct sila ng online training, mga webinars, pero that organization is main fact, mag-grant sila ng credits units. Now for the credits units will earn the program of evaluate of credits units. But depende pa din yun sa CPD Council kung ilan yung bibigay nilang credits units. Kung ilan evaluate na credits units. Ngunit kailangan niya pa rin ng support needs of certificate of attendance with numbers of hours, seminar program, and list of participants. Next ay ang resources speaker. They can earn of 3 credits per hour. Need pa rin nila ng support ng photocopy of certificate, copy in papers, and program invitation. Is productive scholarship. This means that the professional teachers has developed program, training module, curriculum guide, or any other resources material, or the professional teachers are written an article in a professional magazine or a technical research paper. Ang productive scholarship ay ang hindi siya ginaganahan mag-attend ng mga seminar or training. Instead, pwede siya sa productive scholarship. Ngunit kailangan niya ng article, which is if ma-publish niya ang article and local, makaka-earn siya ng 10 credits units. If maka-publish siya ng article international, makaka-earn siya ng 15 credits units. But for example is dalawa silang authors. So instead nga na 10 ang kanilang ma-earn sa credit units, instead na 5 na lang. Because of for multiple authors, divide credit units equally among them. It because of dinivide na kasi yung kanilang credit units. Katulad din na doon sa article international. So, kailangan din nila ng support ng copy of published article and table of contents. Next is peer reviewer. Merong dalawang credit unit per article. pwede din silang mag-comment sa mga article o i-improve ang kanilang article. Makaka-earn na sila ng credit units. And same lang ulit ang ipapakita nila sa PRC, ang copy of published article and table of contents. Next, continuing professional development plan. This is professionalism, a proof that a professional teacher has made CPD his her way of life is or her formulation of CPD plan which he or she religiously follow. Either he or she is being monitored by her superiors or not. He or she monitor himself or herself. Every professional has sincere to grow professionally must have an annual personal CPD plan. Purposely, professional teachers formulating their annual CPD not just because it is mandatory, but because this is something they owe to themselves as professionals and to the public they serve. Ang purpose ng continuing professional development plan is updated and relevant din sila sa mga training or seminar. Kung wala silang na-renew dahil yun sa una, hindi pa mandatory ang pag-renew sa kanilang PRC. Ang mga teacher ay na-stagnant. Templates for a CPD plan. These are the two templates for a CPD plan. The first one is the template used in the public school. The second is another template used by other. Comparing the two templates makes one conclude that they are basically the same. The different term used actually refers to the same. The question are basically the same. Itong dalawang templates ay pareho lang. First one is Teacher's Individual Plan for Professional Development. Ang kanyang templates ay ginagamit lang sa public school. Under the sa objective, what is competence well I enhance. Sa method, what professional activity will I undertake to achieve my objective. Sa resource, what will I do to access resources. Time frame, when do I expect to have accomplished? Success indicator, what PPST competence would I have enhanced? And what learners' performance I would have improved? I'm going to explain it to another topics. The next one is personal CPD plan. Under sa training needed, what do I need to improve my teaching? My answer is preparation of PowerPoint. Basically sa objective naman ay what should I do to address my need? My answer is to make PowerPoint for at least 5 lessons. Ang aking objective ay nag-refer na siya sa action and condition. Ang action nito ay ang make. And ang condition nito ay ang 5 lessons. So, sa activity naman ay what activity should I undergo to address my need? My answer is tutorial. For example is ang mga lectures, mga workshop. The next one is resources needed. So, human. Whose help do I need to address my need? My answer is each teacher or expert. The next one is a material. What materials or how much do I need to address my need? So, my answer is laptop or LCD. Nag-refer na siya sa mga equipment na ginagamit sa activity. The next one is time frame. When I am supposed to have addressed my need. My answer is May 2018. Next is expected output. My answer is 5 pp. Connected lang po sa doon sa objectives. So next is expected outcomes. What results does this activity have on my teaching and students' learning? My answer is more interesting and more concrete lesson presentation and improve student scores. Next is joining professional learning community in communities of practice. CPD or continuing professional development is made possible by a line of professional learning communities or PLCS. PRCS is powerful collaboration in which teachers work together to analyze and improve their classroom practice in a systematic way. So, ang PLCS, guys, ay ang collaboration. Pwede silang mag-share ng pwede silang mag-collaborate sa paggawa ng mga make-off instruction para sa kanilang mga estudyante upang ma-improve nila ang kanilang. So, the Department of Education, Institution of Light, School Learning Action Cells or CLACS. So now let's learn about learning from the CPD practices of high-performing countries. CPD in Singapore. Singapore is the first country na naka-adapt ng institutionalized PLC sa kanyang school. Next is learning organizations. Tapos ang mga teachers sa Singapore ay entitled to 100 hours or years of optional training and school to provide for professional development initiatives. Has the teachers research networks, faculty researchers, senior specially, and teacher researcher, including webinar training. Nag-serve sila ng mentors, mga teacher na nag-conduct. Teacher Researchers Network, meron silang pina-follow na steps. Una ay ang identification of and definition of a problem. Second is planning for improvement. Number 3 is implementation of teaching or learning activities. Number 4 is observation of results. Number 5 is reflection of outcomes. For PD, Singapore has lesson study and other forms of learning circles.
Term and teaching
Number
and
4 is
learning
selector
goals.
phases.
Second
Una
is
is study
planning.
phase, number 2 is planning
So, ang
phase.
mga teachers may mag-select.
Number 3 is reflection phase. Number 4 is analysis phase. Ang reflection ay ang mag-discuss ng learning assess mga student, proceed to another country, CPD in Finland. Plan and develop curriculum. CPD in Japan versus lesson study. Teachers and lesson are being observed. Teachers' observation is usually linked in classroom formats. Teachers' observations teacher as a form of professional development improves teaching practices and students' performance. Next is them and frequency. Them and frequency is described to factors influencing to time to doctorate. This is public research lessons. Public research lessons are major in spreading of news instructional approaches in Japan and are becoming a tradition in some parts of US. They are valuable for the host, schools, and visitors. School has conducted public research lessons. Next is CDP in New Zealand. So, the first is funds for teachers. Then 10% off para sa mga second year teachers. Observe and confer. So, mentors, teachers develop. Mag-spend sila ng time to observe and confer para sa mga bagong guro. Last topic is characteristics of effective CPD. So, first is continuous. Continuous in CPD or continuing professional development refers to the process of tracking and documenting. The second is collaborative. Collaborative is kung gusto ka mag-collaborative PLCS. Kailangan ka collaborative. Collaborative in CPD refers to programmers where there were specific plan to encourage and enable to shared learning between us. Please to teachers, colleagues on a sustained basis. Collaborative is teacher work in group. The third is focus on a specific teachers. Teachers are school supportive leadership. J. Community inference. Where is job embedded? Job embedded is learning to the real life problem faced by teacher in administration. Job embedded means that professionals Development is a continuous thread that can be found throughout culture of schools. Number 5 is give enough time. So as a teachers, ibigay mo yung oras na kailangan ng mga estudyante mo para sa kanilang learning. So sa title pa lang naman is makikita mo o maiintindihan mo agad ang ibig sabihin. So number 6 is funded. So tulad nga ng number 5 is kung hindi ka magbibigay ng oras, give a time for your business. You give a time for your business.